Hi, my name is Ryan and I'm from EnjoyYourGame, and this is the second part to my top 10 Mario games video. The first part ran a little bit too long, so I had to make it in 2 parts, but if you want, you can check out the first part somewhere in this little video. Otherwise, let's get part 2 started. Let's go! Super Mario Bros. For the NES, the definitive Mario and perhaps the most well-known Mario game out there. This was the game that defined platforming as a game medium, the game that set the bar that other games have been trying to do better than for years. And while not my favourite Mario game, it still had a lot of things I enjoyed. Games back in that day were never as easy as they are now, and while Mario wasn't incredibly hard, it was challenging, but it was also simple. The overall goal of the game was to rescue Peach, but I never saw it that way. Some of the fun that I had in it was just seeing how quickly I could get through some of the levels. The best thing about Mario was how everything handled. It was very smooth and free-flowing for a game of that time, and yes, it isn't my favourite Mario game, but it still deserves a spot on this list. As previously mentioned in my top 10 co-op video, I tend to associate the new Super Mario Bros. On the DS, Wii, 3DS and Wii U as a collective whole because they're very similar in style and gameplay. For this video though, I'll just talk about the one that was released on the Wii. The reason being because this was the first game to introduce a 4-player cooperation into a story-based Mario game. This was one of my favourite Mario games because along with the addition of new power-ups and having Yoshi in the game, the company maintained the same sense of wonder and challenge that previous Mario games had offered. Playing with friends made the playthrough a lot different. You could hinder the people you were playing with or use them to help you get through the level. Most of the time it would just hinder your own progress, but it was still a lot more fun. Now, like a lot of other people, Mario 64 is up there with everyone's favourite Mario game. On top of being a groundbreaking 3D game, it was a whole new Mario adventure that none of us had seen before. Another adventure where Peach is kidnapped and Mario is the hero. This was the game that introduced so many new abilities that Mario never had, like triple jumping, crouching, punching, kicking, and so forth. I found it almost magical to be able to just walk around the castle and explore things. I wasn't under any pressure or time limit or have any specific goal in mind, which was something I never experienced at all. Then when it came time to battle, I could do so whenever I wanted, in a world that was unique and fun to adventure with a different goal each time I went in. There's very little I could say that I found disappointing with Mario 64, except that it hasn't really aged well as some of the other games that are on Nintendo 64. Also, who the fuck puts this in a game for kids? A Super Mario Galaxy! Now, this was cool. It was really cool. It was just really fucking cool. I played Mario Galaxy and it took me a while to get used to the controls, but eventually they made sense. It was weird having a proper Mario game on the Wii. At the start of the game, you get to kind of walk around this area and get a good feel for the controls before you hit the main story scenario, which involves Peach getting captured again. God damn it, Peach! I want to put some fucking locks on your door, maybe getting a gun or something. Christ! Mario Galaxy brought in this new spin feature that helped you progress through the levels. Another cool thing was the Planet Observatory, where you can just hang out and talk to Toads and Lumas before you go off on your mission. Mario Galaxy also had this new feature of an apparent gravity. Certain planets would feature a lower gravity, making them funner to explore. The reason I ranked this higher than Mario 64 is because I always feel myself wanting to play this more frequently.
Let's go! Super Mario Sunshine! Woohoo!
Now, funnily enough, this isn't everyone's favourite Mario game. Heck, a lot of people dislike Mario Sunshine. However, I love this game. I honestly have not played a Mario game I've enjoyed more or wanted to play as much as this. You start off on your main quest, which is to clear your name as an apparent culprit who's been covering the entire island of a place called Delfino in a paint substance that's come to life. Eventually, Peach does end up getting kidnapped, but we'll just ignore that. You get to travel to so many different locations, and each one is fascinating and has a variety of characters you can interact with and help. It introduced so much more than Mario 64 ever did, like a progressive story, the ability to use Yoshi, a new mechanic called Flood, multiple HUD worlds, voice dialogue, and a huge range of new recurring characters like Baby Bowser. It's too bad Luigi wasn't there. Looks like you didn't make it to this one, buddy. Have fun in your haunted mansion, you bastard! Another thing I loved about Mario Sunshine was the scenery and the style of the island. Everything looked bright, colourful, and appealing, which made it as equally as fun to explore. I think the most fun I ever had in the game was getting the turbo ability for Flood and then just using it to cruise around on top of the water in Delfino Plaza. And then run up to randoms and shoot them with water. Yee! Well, that was hectic. Unlike Sonic the Hedgehog, which should have died around the time the GameCube ended, Mario is still going strong with a lot of good games that have come out, and I'm personally excited to see what Nintendo has in store for the future. I'm sorry if my list wasn't what you thought it was going to be, but keep in mind that this was based on the Mario games that I've played and enjoyed most and still like playing. If you have a different opinion, then you should totally let me know. I'd love to see what you think is the best Mario game. Also, Luigi, I'm sorry you got ragged on so much in this, but the thing is, don't steal my fucking stars in Mario Party, okay? Also, please remember to like my video and subscribe to my channel. I get you guys hear this way too much, but it's nice to be loved, and I want to make sure you can see my next video as soon as it's out. Maybe I'll speak about the best Luigi game, Anyway, as always, I'll see you next time. Enjoy your game.